Hello here. And as a coincidence, we see an M7 pull into Langone Heights, which is what I metaphorically call Crestwood, just like Mineola. Here's the train to North White Plains. Coming here. Here's the elevator at Crestwood. Unlike Mineola, it works and doesn't break very frequently. So what I want to talk about is this is one alternative plan for the TTT, where I team up with the MTA to form a better transit system with reorganized spending. All the other good stuff that will help provide better transportation. First order of business is to get the Long Island Railroad to provide shuttle buses on the Floral Park Hicksville corridor on the main line when they're doing shutdowns. And right now I'm going to be going to the park, and I'll be taking a walk in the park. Here we are at Crestwood. And then after that, buses and MTA buses, including reactivated Orion 7 OGs and New Flyer D60s, to be used on Long Island and Nassau County in the months of like June and July of this year, if I'm starting on time. And then in August, in July or August, it would move into Westchester and Suffolk County, the buses. And here's the other thing. The MTA already overspend way too much on equipment. They pay way more than it costs to manufacture equipment. So I'm gonna have the MTA build their stuff in-house for the new system, such as rail cars for $100,000 or buses for $30,000, instead of paying the highway robbery prices that companies like New Flyer or Kawasaki cost with their vehicles. They charge way too much, way more than their cost to make the vehicles. When a car goes for $20,000 on average, that's much cheaper than the $500,000 for a bus. So more buses, more in-house production, more subway cars, more trains that are cheaper. They're still reliable. So that will allow for more lines, more express bus lines on Long Island and in Westchester. More express buses that go intra suburbs to compete with school buses, like school bus companies that are just going downhill. We all know Royal Coach School Bus reclaimed itself and became a good company again, but just in case that happens again, intra-suburb express buses for out-of-district school bus alternatives. Yeah, and express buses from Westchester, Nassau, and Suffolk. All new sorts of routes, making it back to the quality of like 15 years ago Long Island bus. That's what they're gonna do once I contact them. Shouldn't trip like that. Just making sure that somebody doesn't get caught on camera. But then there's extending the subway lines into the suburbs, like the IRT B, D, A, and C trains into NT trains into Westchester County. Another thing for train systems, subway systems, is that underground, no more tunnel borers. we gotta stop with those tunnel borers because they take way too long. They'll cost 2nd Avenue subway to take a century to build. That's something we need to stop using, is tunnel borers. Instead use multi-purpose drills, ones that are much more fast and still do the job very, very safely. This is what needs to be done with those projects. Same thing with East Side Access. Get rid of the tunnel borers, Tess and Molina, and replace them with the drills. Then there's going to be more train lines along the road, Metro North, like a northern branch, a Pine Barrens branch that goes through between Ronkonkoma branch and Port Jeff branches, a central branch area, a northern Babylon branch, like one that goes to Massapequa Park from Malvern, and then another branch that goes into the extreme north of Suffolk, then the extension to Wading River. Then on Metro North, a second part of the New Haven line that would parallel it, run along the northern border of the Bronx, going to Eastchester Dyer Avenue, Co-op City, then turn onto the Hellgate line. That one would turn into a branch that goes through New Rochelle, turns onto Pinebrook Boulevard, and then rides along the Hutch all the way up to Armonk. Then there'd be a branch that goes through the reaches of New Rochelle, and another one that goes through White Plains Post Road, making stops at Fleetwood, Mount Vernon West, and Wakefield. Oh, and Woodlawn would be like a Jamaica-style hub. The Metro North map would be redesigned to make it easier to navigate. And Woodlawn Station would be moved further to the south. That's what would happen. That's what would happen. That's the good stuff that's gonna happen. I don't know what I'm saying. I was just planning. I got a little distracted there, but other lines include the Harlem line being renamed the Main Line, splits off at White Plains and makes its first stop at Bronxville. Then runs local to Sleepy Hollow, Pleasantville along a connecting line connected to the old Putt, where it will continue. The Putnam Division will run between Fishkill and Tibbetsbrook Park, McLean Avenue, connect with Woodlawn, so it'll make a connector to the Hudson line. And then some additional diesel-powered lines that instead of diesel will use gyro-powered trains. Now, those will run in diesel territory, like the northern sections of the Putt and eastern into Connecticut. There would be like several lines that go through northeastern Westchester and into Connecticut, bringing back like a series of lines that people in Connecticut never knew even existed. Now I'm going to make a part 2 to this video. Bye. At 9 minutes.